It is late spring in your yard, and the morning sounds different. A young robin is on the grass, speckled and wobbling under the lilacs with a stubby tail. A chickadee darts above it. Somewhere in the maple, an adult gives sharp little calls. Then, the baby opens its beak wide and trembles its wings, begging like the whole backyard belongs to it. Most people assume that once a baby bird leaves the nest, the parenting is over. They are wrong. What is actually happening is far more tender. That little bird may be outside the nest, but it is not alone. Today, you will learn why fledglings keep showing up in your yard, why their parents may lead them there, and what your yard means during their riskiest days. Welcome back to Quiet Feeder. Subscribe before you leave. What you're about to learn will change the way you watch every young bird on your lawn. Stay until the end, because the final rule can save a fledgling's life, and it's the one most people never get told. Number 1. Leaving the nest is not independence. A fledgling on your lawn is not finished being raised. The Cornell Lab of Ornithology explains that many young birds leave the nest before they can fly well. They may hop, flutter, grip branches, and hide, but they still depend on their parents for food and protection. This is normal. It is not a mistake in nature's design. The mechanism is simple. A crowded nest becomes dangerous as chicks grow bigger, louder, and easier for predators to locate. Once the young birds spread out, a snake, raccoon, cat, or jay is less likely to find every sibling at once. The yard may look exposed to you, but to the parents, moving young birds into shrubs, low branches, and garden edges can improve survival. The nest was the nursery. Your yard may be the first classroom. What this means for your yard is this: when you see a baby bird on the ground, you may not be seeing abandonment, you may be seeing the next stage of parenting. Number 2. The begging sound is a family signal. That tiny, desperate call is not random noise. Cornell Nest Watch describes begging as one of the key ways young birds get care from adults. In many songbirds, fledglings call, flutter their wings, and open their mouths to trigger feeding. A study of parent-offspring interactions in young birds found that parents respond strongly to their own fledglings' calls after the young leave the nest. The parent hears the signal, finds the young bird, and delivers food again and again through the day. Biologically, the fledgling is advertising need. Its body is growing fast. Its feathers are still gaining strength. Its brain is learning where cover, food, and danger are. Begging tells the parent, "I am here. I am hungry. I am still yours." That is why your yard can suddenly sound chaotic after nesting season. The family has moved from a hidden cup of twigs into your visible world, and the language of care has come with them. For the birds outside your window, this means the noisy baby in your grass may be in constant contact with a parent watching from a fence, shrub, or tree above. Number 3. Parents may bring fledglings through your yard on purpose. Your yard can become a training ground. Cornell Lab notes that after fledging, young birds often move to different spots, with parents leading them to safer locations. A yard with shrubs, low branches, leaf litter, clean water, and insects gives fledglings what they need most: cover, food practice, and escape routes. Peer-reviewed work on post-fledging care in savanna sparrows found that researchers could track which parents cared for which young by watching feeding and begging after the chicks left the nest. The mechanism is not sentimental, but it is deeply caring. Parents know the landscape through repeated use. They know which hedge hides movement, which feeder attracts seed, which maple branch is reachable, and which open patch is too dangerous. When they bring a fledgling through your yard, they may be placing it inside a living classroom where it can practice being a bird without being completely alone. What this means for your yard is this: your shrubs, native plants, and quiet corners may be helping parents teach their young where safety lives. Number 4. The parents are often closer than you think. A fledgling that looks alone usually has hidden supervision. Cornell Lab and Nestwatch repeatedly warn people not to assume a feathered fledgling is orphaned. Parent birds often stay back when humans approach. If you stand too close, you may be the reason the adult does not return right away. This is why advice from bird experts so often sounds simple. Step back, watch from a distance, and give the family space. The behavior makes sense. An adult bird calling attention to itself near a vulnerable youngster can attract predators. Silence can be protection. Distance can be strategy. The parent may wait on a fence, inside a shrub, or high in a tree until your body moves away. Then it slips down with food so quickly you may miss the whole exchange. To your eyes, the baby was alone. To the family, you were the interruption. What this means for your yard is this. If a fledgling is feathered, alert, and not in immediate danger, the kindest thing you can often do is watch from inside and let the parents work. Number 5. Your yard is full of fledgling dangers humans forget. The riskiest things near a baby bird are often the ordinary things you control. Cornell Lab tells homeowners to keep pets away from fledglings, especially during this vulnerable stage. Nestwatch also warns against trying to feed baby birds yourself, because the wrong food or forced water can injure or kill them. Good intentions can become danger when we act before we understand. A fledgling cannot escape like an adult. It may freeze in grass while a cat stalks. It may flutter against a window because its flight is weak. It may sit under a feeder where larger birds gather. It may look helpless because, for a short time, it partly is. But its parents are built to handle that fragile stage better than we are. Your job is not to become the parent. Your job is to make the yard safer for the parents already doing the work. What this means for your yard is this. Keeping cats indoors, delaying mowing near fledglings, giving space, and protecting shrubs can matter more than touching, feeding, or rescuing. Number 6. Your yard may be part of a bird's first memory of the world. This is the piece most people miss. That little robin under your lilacs, that young cardinal trembling on the fence. That chickadee begging from a low branch. They are not just passing through scenery, they are learning the first map of life. Your yard may be where they learn that a shadow means danger, that a shrub means cover, that a parent call means food, and that a quiet human at the window is not a threat. This is deep validation. Your relationship with your birds is not only about the adults that visit your feeder. It may begin earlier, when young birds are still awkward, loud, and unfinished. They may not know your name, but your choices shape the world their parents lead them through. A brush pile, a native shrub, a quiet day without a roaming cat. These are not small things to a fledgling. What this means for your yard is this. When baby birds keep showing up, your home may be more than a backdrop. It may be one of the first safe places a young bird ever learns. The core truth is simple. A baby bird in your yard is not usually lost. It is often being guided through one of the most fragile lessons of its life. Tell me in the comments, have you ever watched a young bird begging, hopping, or following its parents through your yard? Share the species if you remember it, and where it appeared. I read everyone. If this made you think of someone, share it with them or for them. I'll see you in the next one.